Hello folks, Everchanger here, and welcome back to more Pokemon Blaze Black 2. Last time, it all came to an end. Our fight against Team Plasma. And at the behest of N, the former king of Team Plasma, our next objective is to head to the Pokémon League. But first off, I'd like to check if there's anything in this room. I don't think there is. No, there is not. So we are just going to be heading right out of this little bit of cavern. I don't think you can get wild encounters in this room. I know you can get them in this room, though. Now that guy right there, I am not talking to him on purpose because he is relevant for something much later in the game that I do not intend to do quite yet. So instead, we are going to be heading out this way, back into the giant chasm. And as you might notice, the plasma frigate is no longer here, which means we can now explore the entirety of this area, which is what I would like to do before we head onwards. Dare I try my luck? I'll give you one guess as to who that was. Now, I don't think I actually got healed from that fight. No, I didn't. Oh, that's a little worrying. I don't think I'll have to worry about it, though, considering there aren't any trainers in this area. It's just exploration, and that's not supposed to be here yet either. We're definitely not going to be checking out that for a little while. Okay, so I think... Now, this area is really difficult to navigate around, as you can tell, with all these downed trees. Right here we have a PP up, which is very nice. But this brings me to something interesting about this area. You can't really tell that this is the case in the parts of the game where Team Plasma is occupying this area, but it seems pretty obvious that the giant chasm was actually inspired in its design by something called the, I believe it's the Tunguska event, which is an event that happened in either the late 1800s or early 1900s in Russia, where an object from space came into the atmosphere with such force that it exploded and sent all of the trees within a few miles backwards like this and stripped them all bare, which I think is a really neat little detail. Anyway, it looks like we have some story right here. Oh, you're safe. I'm so glad. As for Team Plasma's ship, a man in a white lab coat appeared. He said that a trainer had given him the answer he'd been seeking, and, as thanks, he would disband Team Plasma. Then he said, farewell, walk a just path with Pokemon, and he flew the ship away. So everything has been resolved. We were even able to confirm that Lord N is safe. I wonder if that guy who ran off had figured something out. I'm in no position to say anything. In the past, I stole Pokemon too. Interesting stuff. It seems like it really is all over, which is kind of crazy considering how long we have been battling against Team Plasma here. Anyway, I think we can get that item if we walk down this way. Actually, no, I don't think we can. This area is really hard to navigate. It's quite difficult to tell what you're allowed to walk on and what you're not allowed to walk on. Right here we have TM90 Substitute, which is very nice. Now, I believe there's more stuff up in this corner that I didn't check out quite yet. How do we get up there, anyway? It's really difficult to tell where you can go in this area. Anyhow, progressing onwards here, I'm sure there is a way over there, I just am not entirely sure where it is. Aha, I bet this is it right here. There are any items right here? I don't think so. There are not. There is something around here that I definitely want to check out. I think it's right around this area also. Let's see if I can find it. Is there an item over here? There is not. Alrighty. Where is it exactly? That goes back to where we just were, I think. Is there anything through here? There is. Aha, I want this. A sunstone. That is very worth picking up, considering if you want to buy one in this game, it's pretty expensive. Now, is it over here I want? No? Wow. Okay. I'm gonna hop this ledge right here, just to confirm. Oh, it doesn't actually wrap quite around. Well, it sort of does. Man, I don't even know where I'm going anymore. Okay, I want to be down there, I think. Right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I want to be down that way. I have to apologize that my memory of this area is a little bit rusty, because this isn't an area you explore very often. You mainly just come here one time and then never come back. So that's mainly the, oh, this is still a dead end that it once was. That's mainly why I'm not entirely clear on where I'm going here. Let's see. Is it this way I want to go? It might be. This area is really, really weirdly laid out. Okay, this actually lets us get back here to get this. A star piece, which really isn't all that great considering how well hidden it is, but it is something we can sell. Now, I know for a fact there is something else around here that I want to find, I just don't know exactly where it is. That's the exit. Aha! Right there. Right here, there is actually a hidden grotto, which is definitely worth checking out, and inside we have a tiny mushroom. I don't know if there's any Pokemon that we want that appear in this hidden grotto, but I'm not going to be going after them now in any case. What we want to do is, now that we've done that, I think that's everything we can get in this area. Not positive, but I'm pretty sure it is. We want to head out to that cave exit to the west, so I'm going to meet you guys right over there. Oh, I think this is actually a new Pokemon. Yes, it is. Very nice. This is Vanillish. I don't actually remember if we've caught this thing's pre-evolution, Vanillite, but if we haven't, we will be catching it soon. Let's Hail Mary a Quick Ball and see if that'll work. Wow, it actually did. Nice. Just a little more data for our trusty Pokédex. They cool down the surrounding air and create ice particles, which they use to freeze their foes. Very nice. I am liking that the story has pretty well settled down now, because we've had a lot of story-heavy episodes, and we really haven't had much enough of an opportunity to just walk around and catch Pokemon. And speaking of catching Pokemon, this right here is Steelix, which is the evolved form of Onix. I actually forgot this thing appeared in this area, but I'll definitely take it. Can we get lucky twice? Nice. Critical capture. I am liking that. The iron it ingested with the soil it swallowed transformed its body and made it harder than diamonds. Very cool. The more Pokemon we can just catch here now, naturally like this, the less I have to catch in those mass catching episodes. And is this another new one? It is, wow. Nice. Man, we're on a roll. Can we get 3 for 3 on the quick balls? Ah, darn it. So close to. That's the ticket. Cryogonal was caught. Since it doesn't evolve, this is another line completed. They are composed of ice crystals. They capture prey with chains of ice, freezing the prey at negative 148 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm willing to bet that's a really nice round number in Celsius, but they do convert it all when translating over to the American releases of the game. Anyway, this area is now open to us. Let's go forth. This is Route 23, and man is the music here hype. Now what you want to do before doing anything else is go right into this house, because your Pokemon, not in perfect condition. Come, don't be so reserved, take a rest. And you get free healing, which is very, very welcome right here, because you're gonna most likely be coming off of the confrontation with Team Plasma. Right here, also, is we have a not mandatory use of cut right here, because you can just surf around it. And we get a heart scale. Very cool. Now, as you might guess by the music, this is the final route between us and the Pokémon League. That's pretty insane. We're definitely going to want to make our way through here like heroes, because the Pokémon League is coming up real quickly here. I can pretty much guarantee that there's going to be less than 15 episodes between now and the end of the game at this point, which is really crazy considering how far we've come. Anyway, as you can see, the trainers on this route are quite strong, so definitely don't want to let your guard down. This one right here is level 64, and this is only the first Pokemon we're seeing on the route. That's a little nerve-wracking, and of course it's pulling out a close combat, which might one-shot me. Yeah. Not even a critical hit. That's what we're going up against, so be warned, because this area might be a little bit more challenging than you're used to. Anyway, we're going to send in Victini right here, and I think a Zen Headbutt will probably do this thing in. Yeah, there we go. And up next is her own Lucario. I think I'm going to keep in for this one. And let's try Flame Burst. I think this is probably our best bet, since I think Steel neutralizes its psychic weakness. Yeah, there we go. Lots of experience for that. And up next is Mian Shao. Yeah, a lot of the trainers on this route are going to be packing pretty full teams, I think we can expect. Nice. One shot once again. And we've won our first battle with 4,096 winnings, which I very much appreciate. Anyway, I know one of my Pokemon has the Amulet Coin. I think it's Victini. So I'm going to switch Victini into the front right here, and I definitely want to bring up my Dowsing Machine again, since it is picking up something else already. I think we want to surf right across this way. This is a really, really thin bit of water right here. And as you can probably tell, it's a little challenging to navigate it, because for some reason the corners are like off limits in this game for some reason. And of course we can't actually go this way. Oh well, pointless little bit of land is pointless. Let's just press onwards. Alrighty, I think we do have to fight this guy. Well, I mean, I'm gonna fight him regardless, because I definitely want the experience going forward here. Although there are quite a few NPC trainers that we do have to fight between now and the end, so hopefully we'll be able to get all of our needed experience between now and then, because I really do not want to do any more grinding between now and the end of the game. Might have to, but I'd really like to avoid it if possible. I do know what the final boss's team looks like, and we aren't awfully under-leveled for this point in the game, but I feel like we should be a little bit higher just for a safety net. Alright, we have a Lapras coming out next. I think Magnezone's probably a good fit for this one. Magnezone unfortunately didn't get too much use in recent episodes, especially since Colress used almost exclusively electric and steel types. So hopefully we'll be able to get it to level up right here. And we actually don't get the KO. That's Well, I guess it's not too surprising. Lapras is highly defensive, which I suppose is a good quality of an ice type, because if an ice type isn't defensive, it's going to get absolutely wrecked by everything, because it has so many weaknesses. Alrighty, second trainer down. Now I'd really like to get up to the higher portion of this route, because as you can tell, there's a lot of stuff just teasing us. And this guy is one of those crazy walking spinner dudes. Hi-ho! Short and to the point. Alrighty. I suppose it is worth noting I am recording this on March 30th. So as of right now, that supposed footage of Sun and Moon that is due to air has not aired yet, so I can't exactly talk about it yet in the series. I don't know when exactly I'm going to get the opportunity to do so. I'd really like to get a lot of pre-recording done on my spring break, as I have already mentioned. Anyway, we called his switch quite handily there, and let's smack this thing with an Ice Beam, although I think it has Sturdy. Wait, not for— oh, right! I forgot. Probopass becomes part Steel type when it evolves from Nosepass. That's awkward, but I think it does retain its Rock typing? Yeah, there we go. Ooh, that's gonna hurt, actually. Or not. Guess I was just worried for nothing. And I think a Waterfall is probably a good bet right here, and this should push us over the edge to level 70. Which means Gastrodon will be the second Pokemon to cross into the 70s. Which is totally awesome. And up next is Parasect. I think Victini is probably a good fit for this thing, because I want to say Parasect is Grass Bug, which means it is going to take a ton of damage from our Fire-type attack. I'm really wondering where to get a hold of the Flamethrower TM, because as far as I know, we do not have it yet. Maybe I'm crazy and we actually do have it, but I don't think we do. Alrighty, up next is Mamoswine. I think Magnezone is probably the best bet for this one, so long as we can outspeed it, which I am not sure if we'll be able to. Magnezone is quite slow, but as far as I know, Mamoswine is also. Let's try Magnet Bomb. And we are faster. I think that's a quad weakness. I don't know, I've always been confused on that. I can never remember if Steel is super effective on ground. I'm almost certain it's super effective on rock, though. And I feel like ground and rock, I always get those two mixed up in terms of their weaknesses. But anyway, down it goes. And up last is Clefable. Lucario would be the best match for this thing, but unfortunately Lucario is down, so I'm going to send out Victini for this one, just because we'd like Victini to get some experience, because it is actually, I think, the lowest level member of our team at the moment. Alright, let's try Psychic. Weak or not, this is definitely going to do a ton of damage. And it does less than half, which is surprising. Okay, good. I was afraid the AI was going to get a 5 times hit there. Alright, if Special doesn't work, let's try Physical. There we go, and a critical hit for good measure. Almost a level 67 right there. Okay. Now, is there anything else around here? There's a house. Is there anything south of right here? I want to say there isn't. Yeah, I don't think there's anything of interest in this particular spot. But I think we do want to go check out that house. There's a water spot. Do I dare? Well, I mean, if you want a East Sea Gastrodon, I guess it's here for you. But other than that, really not anything special, which is unfortunate. Alright, can we finally get into this house right here? Also, there's a little bit of grass. That's a little interesting. Oh, I wasn't expecting a visitor in a place like this. This is the least I can do. Take this. And we get TM01 Hone Claws. Very nice. I keep challenging the Pokémon League, and I kept losing. Now it's just one Pokémon and me. I really can't kick the bucket and leave this Pokémon. Wow, that is depressing as all hell. Okay, let's try and brighten things up a bit by pressing further on this route. I don't think there's anything we can get up there, but we can ascend up this way. And of course there's a trainer right here at the top. Alrighty, I think there's about a dozen trainers on this route, so understandably I am planning on splitting our conquest of this route into 2 parts. The next probably 5 or 6 episodes are going to be very road trip-y. We're going to be basically just going through exploring areas, fighting trainers, and catching Pokemon. Very old school style. None of this crazy save the world stuff we've been doing for the past few episodes. So I guess it's a nice change of pace because a large portion of the recent episodes was me just narrating text. Which, I mean, I enjoy doing and it's fun to do, but it's nice to get back to the journey on the road sometimes, you know? Alrighty, here we have a Torterra. If we can outspeed it, let's smack it with an Ice Beam. Yeah, I don't think it's making it through that. Okay, good. I wouldn't have to eat my words there. Get a ton of experience for that. Wowee. And up next is Kingdra, whose only weakness, I believe, is Dragon, so we're going to send out Garchomp for this one. I do have confidence in Garchomp being faster, but I'm not sure if I have confidence in it being able to one-shot. We're just going to have to try it. Yeah, I mean, what was I so worried about? It's a friggin' Garchomp. Alrighty. And up next is Houndoom. I think I want to switch in... you know what? We'll stay in. I don't think this Houndoom really can do too much of anything to my Garchomp right here, so we're just going to hit it with another Dragon Claw and see what happens. Yeah, that was almost a one-shot. The more one-shots my Garchomp can dish out, the more happy I will be, because I think Garchomp is going to be very much useful in the upcoming boss fights. Which, mind you, we won't be getting to for a little while yet. But they're there, and they're definitely something we're going to have to keep in mind. Anyway, pressing over here, we can finally get a hold of this rare candy right here. And then I think right around this way, we can explore the earlier part, upper tier of this route. Alright, can we get something good? No, not really. Oh, come on. And of course in this battle I'm going to cut out. Garchomp gets level 68. Figures. Anyway, 2 Flame Bursts brought down that Amoonguss, no problem at all. And can I fight you, please? Thank you. Alrighty, this will either be the last or the second to last fight we do in this video, because we are going a little bit long here. I just have to sort of self-correct in my head for the number of cuts I'm going to have to make for this video. Alright, let's try Psychic on this one. And of course it has Endure. Sheesh. As I've said before, I understand the competitive usefulness of things like Endure and Substitute and Protect and stuff like that, but I feel like in the single player, really all it is a stalling tactic by the AI. Yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Alrighty, and up next we have Sock. Now, I think this thing has Sturdy, but it's using Endure anyway, so we'll never know. I mean, I suppose we can assume the reason he's using Endure is because he does not have Sturdy. But, I mean, I wouldn't trust the AI to do something that intelligent. Alrighty, nice and quick and hopefully painless. And we can now press onwards in this upper area. Now, as far as I know, this entire upper area is completely optional. But I feel like it is definitely worth exploring, mainly because you get a ton of good items. And good items are always nice. Alrighty, what's over this way? There's a jumping ledge. I assume we can get around to the other side of this. We can. Something we've seen before, as you might expect. Let's chop down this tree. And right here we have another star piece. Man, we're just rolling in it now. And then I think there's a little more we can explore. What's down this way? Oh, it just loops around anyway, so what was the point of that? In fact, is there anything else? No, I think that's actually it. Okay. I mean, I'll take it, I guess. I went to go heal and then to go end off the video, but then I noticed we actually missed something up there somehow. I'm really not sure how we pulled that off. I could have sworn we found everything, but I guess I just missed it. Did I not go down this one little path? Wow, I didn't. Can we avoid that trainer and see what the shaking grass is? Of course we can't. Oh well, anyway, right here, TM05 Roar. Very nice, and I might as well fight this one last trainer for our troubles. I've been waiting for this very moment. What, some random guy, some random kid walking by so you can jump out of a bush at him? Okay, guy, see you in court. Anyway, this is definitely for sure going to be the last trainer we fight in this video. First off, he has a Rapidash right here, and I think a Psychic will probably do it in pretty good. And it has Flare Blitz, which is going to hurt a lot. Or not. I mean, I like being wrong when it comes to these kinds of things, but it also makes me feel kind of like an idiot. Anyway, I think Zen Headbutt will bring this Rapidash down. Very good. Up next is Exeggutor, definitely keeping Invictini for this one, because all we have to do is smash it with a Flame Burst. And it lived, because of course it lived. Luckily, I think Woodhammer has recoil to it, and definitely because it just got a critical on us, it just knocked itself out, which is awesome. And lastly, we have Reuniclus. I think I'm going to switch in Garchomp for this one to smack it with a Dark-type move. Man, I love this thing's cry. So delightfully wacky, you know? Anyway, let's hit it with Crunch. I don't think this is going to one-shot it. No, it didn't. And then Wonder Room. What does this one do again? Alright, it swaps the defenses. They added in several of these quote-unquote room moves in Generation 5 after Trick Room was introduced in Generation 4, and I can never remember what they all do. It kind of freaks me out a little bit when I see them because I haven't memorized what they do, so I'm mainly like, oh god, what's going to happen now? Alrighty, so anyway, I'm going to go back and heal again, because we just had to fight that guy, and then we are going to end off the video. Alrighty, I think that's probably a good stopping point, and I'm not just saying that because we're at 37 minutes on my recording right now. I'm mainly saying it because even though we've done a lot of exploring on this route, this is only about half of it. So I think, now that in this past episode we have explored this half of Route 23, next time on Pokemon Blaze Black 2, we are going to be exploring the other half of Route 23. So without further ado, thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next time.